Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today we are going to talk about courage. It indeed is an enviable trait. Mustering courage in fact requires courage. And there are instances which call for courage, and there are so many of them that at times we lose sight of them. Speaking the truth needs courage. Helping other people needs courage. Siding by the poor who are speaking the truth needs courage. Confessing our own faults needs courage. Pointing out the faults of our near ones who might get angry also needs courage. Asking questions which other people might think as stupid questions also needs courage. Never giving up in the face of adversity needs courage. Not venting anger on those who are junior to us also needs courage. The list goes on and on and on. And I think that we need to be very careful in all these instances. And the biggest area or the biggest means through which we can acquire courage is to reflect on the fact that the opposite of courage is fear. And if we are able to conquer our fear, we can be courageous. And if we can bring all our fears subservient to one fear, and that is the fear of God, then the amount of courage that we can receive as a result is unimaginable. It is fathomless. If we bring all our fears subservient to the fear of God, which in other words means that we love God as we love no other being, we in fact submit to Him. This gives us the courage, the valor, the inner strength to express what we have in our mind without any fear of any other person. Another very useful tip in this regard is that we must try to find out and of course follow real-time stories and happenings of valor and courage that we come across. There are so many instances in which we get inspired by these happenings, by these incidents in which people express this courage. And lastly, my dear viewers, history is a very, very beautiful teacher of courage. We know so many instances of people who at times laid down their lives but did not wilt under pressure. They actually stood up for what they believed for. We have the example of Socrates, who drank the hemlock, but he did not give up his view. We have the example of Galileo. We have the example of Bruno, who was burnt at the stake for his views on science. So we have the example of Ibn Taymiyyah. We have the example of Imam Ahmed bin Hanbal. We have the example of Imam Malik. All of these great champions of religious literature, they stood up. They never wilted under pressure. They stood for their own views, and such anecdotes, such accounts of valor must be read again and again and also be taught to our posterity. Thank you.